Hey Richard, I am really glad you're here. Listening to your background, it just reminds me of several people I know, one of them including my husband. My husband has ADD as well, and it's like there's so much creativity and passion that comes with that, but there's also obstacles, right, that you know very well. So I understand what you go through. You live in Florida. You have three kids, 6, 4, and 1. My kids are just about the same age apart, but my kids right now they're 10, 8, almost 6, and 2.5. So my 6-year-old and my 2.5-year-old have the biggest gap, but the other kids have 2 years, 2 months. So I feel ya. I feel ya. My top 3 are girls, and then my youngest is a boy. So that's an interesting dynamic as well. I wanted to say to you, as I listened to everything you were saying, you're a deputy, you are in the National Guard, you have 3 kids, you're married, you come from a background that doesn't necessarily, although they might totally believe in you, they don't have that experience of going to school, and so there may not be that kind of support. I'm not sure, but I want to say to you, because you're starting school, you're one of the first to go to college, something that nobody ever told me about school that I think you really need to know is that you can ask for help. Now, I know that sounds really kind of cliche, but what I mean to say to you is if you get like one day behind, you shoot me an email and you say, my kids threw up all last night, right? Because this is real talk. This is parent talk, right? My kids threw up all last night. I need one more day for that paper. And I'm going to say, no problem. Okay. You're going to say, there's a million things that happen to us as parents, as adults, as multi-career people. And I want you to understand that not just in my class, but in any class, you can write to a professor and say, I need some help. I needed a couple extra days. Do you know how to do this? Can you explain this to me in a different way? I got a B and I really thought I could have gotten an A. Could I revise the paper? Those are things that nobody ever told me. So I would just work as hard as I can and just, absolutely crush myself trying to get good grades, when some of the smarter people were actually going to the professors and saying, can you work with me on this? I have a big deadline at work on Sunday night. Is it okay if I turn this in on Monday morning? And I will tell you, Liberty of all places provides that flexibility for people because they just are built on grace. So use it, ask for it, and understand that you deserve it, okay? So I just thought that was important to tell you at the beginning of your journey. All right, well, I'm really glad you're here. If you need me, reach out, and otherwise have a great weekend.